drove that number 12 car, campaign between 1976 and 1980. It tracks all across the Northeast. And our good friends here at the racetrack, Wade Gagner, behind the wheel here. Wade, of course, the promoter, the owner of the Wild Thing Parts program here on Monday night. Longtime driver himself. Paul Root and I had a chance to sit with him during our Bottom Shop podcast a year or so ago. Chat with Wade about his career and time in racing. And right now his time is at the front of the field in that number 12 car as he gets a quick jump leading the field of 10 to turn number 2 for the first time.
So the Sherry Cup number 12 asserts itself as they go down the backstretch. Then we have Boots Jasinski at 96. Ferrari has moved into the third spot. And then we have the replica number 15, a former Bugsy Stevens car of John Jelber.
Boots Jasinski looking to the inside for the lead, but also in jeopardy of losing the second spot to Tony Ferrante, who goes to the outside and takes the runner-up position away. Jasinski in third, not giving up on the bottom, and both of those cars have caught Wade Gagner, who leaves the door open on the inside for Ferrante.
So can Ferrante make his way underneath the Sherry Cup number 12 of Gagner? They'll go by the 12. Jasinski moves into the second spot as they streak down the backstretch and into turn 3.
Gagner back to third in position number 3 in car number 12. Jasinski to second. Ferrante, the race leader, coming to 2 laps to go in this Vintage All-Stars qualifying event.
And we'll move a little further back, the 7 of Paul Supernaut. That's an original Bob Potter car, which is painted up in the Mayberry paint scheme. Who's been involved with Stafford for 30 years. And this driver, the 00, a little different 00. We thought this is another one of the tribute cars of Joe Brady. Ted Christopher is running. And we have a yellow on the track, so trouble off turn number 2, and that's the 79 round of Mark Miller.
And Mark Miller puts us under the caution flag. A car driven years ago by John Meade. Tribute car to John, who raced an Evans car at Islip Speedway in New York. Still builds replica chassis to this day. Mark Miller behind the wheel of that 79 car. They come off of turn number 4. We were into I believe, the final lap as they come off turn 4 and see the caution flag. It'll be I believe, a one-lap shootout for the Vintage All-Stars when we do go back under the green flag. It looks like Monaco Ford safety team wrapping up their cleanup in turn number 2.
And Kyle, I'm going to give a shout out down on pit road. You see that red number 43. I believe I see him down in the grandstands in the front row. My very first sports hero in this sport, Wild Bill Greco, down in turn number right here in front of the grandstand. We see some of the fans pointing him out.
Legend, this part of the country.
Certainly is. Saw him at Riverside Park mostly, but followed him to Albany, Saratoga, Islip when he ran a season down there, West Haven, Plainville. See Billy winning a lot of tracks here, Thompson, Waterford. So Billy, a legend here in the Northeast in modified racing.
Field gets the 1 to go. Ferrante set to lead the field back to the green over Leon Boots Jasinski in car number 96 from Flanders, New York. And then Wade Gagner has slid back to position number 3 after starting on the pole in that number 12 car. It's been driven by so many legends, including Ken Bouchard and Stan Greger. Getting down to the final lap here for a look back at yesteryear. On the racetrack in front of us here in the present. Ferrante leads off turn 4. Green is out. And it looks like it'll be a one-lap shootout to settle this one. The heat race action for the Vintage All-Stars.
So Ferrante taking off like a bandit. Jasinski trying to hang on to the second spot. That's Supernaut trying to make a move underneath. Jasinski able to hold him off. Checkered flag away this time by. And it'll be Tony Ferrante wheeling his way to the Vintage win.
Ferrante will win. Jasinski will finish in second. Followed by Paul Supernaut in the third spot. 0-0 for Ben Lavangi in fourth, and Wade Gagner rounding out the top 5. The Vintage All-Star teams will head back to the pits and prepare for their main event coming up here in a little bit. be a quick sweep of the racetrack as we prepare for opening ceremonies coming up in a little bit time. So a bit of a break here. But right now we're going to go to the big screen, take